Hey guys, it's Plum and welcome back to another speed build, and I'm finally doing the not so berry yellow generation house. So if you guys don't know, I'm doing a series on my channel where I just I create builds for each of the not so berry generations, because I have attempted to do the challenge multiple times, but I've just accepted that I'm never going to do it probably, or maybe I will do it on my own time, but for now we're just doing the builds. So now we're on the third generation, which is the yellow one. So I'm just going to read the description of the yellow one real quick. So growing up, you never had a close relationship with your parents and spent the majority of your time alone in your room obsessing over space. You just really love space. You'll do whatever it takes to get to Sixim, no matter the cost. So traits are clumsy, ambitious, and loner. Aspiration is nerd brain and career is astronaut. And then the rules are: you have to master rocket science and handiness skill, master astronaut career, and complete nerd brain aspiration. Must build a rocket ship and visit Sixim, which is why I put a rocket ship in here. And then enter the secret lot in Oasis Springs. And then you never have any close friends or relationships other than grandparent from generation 1 until the grandparent dies. So if you've never played this challenge, or if you've never watched anything related to this challenge, the grandparent one, which is grandparent one, I mean from the generation from the first generation, Yellow's grandparent, which is the mid generation, is actually a scientist, which is why they have like a lot of things in common, because obviously this generation is interested in like all things space and stuff like that, so that there's kind of an overlap there. But yeah, I also built this house in Oasis Springs because I feel like it just makes sense, because this is, I think, where Sixim is most, I don't know, it just makes the most sense. And also the workplace is also in Oasis Springs, and also there's like a secret lot in Oasis Springs that you do have to visit. So I just thought, it's just perfect to kind of build the house here. And I'm not gonna lie, I've attempted to make this house like thrice already. I was just never satisfied with whatever I was doing, and also I was kind of busy with work, and I would just like make something and then I would tell myself that I would just continue it some other time, and then when I went back to it, I would just like bulldoze everything because I was just not feeling it anymore. So this one I finally built, and it did this like all in one go. I think I built this in like an hour or two, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know, I guess I was just struggling with the color itself because I wanted it to be as yellow as possible, but I ended up introducing some other colors as well. I don't know, I feel like it's such a challenge to build monochromatic houses because there's this like tendency to make it too monochromatic, and that's really not the goal. I mean, granted, it's like the point of the generations and just having everything that to be that one color, but sometimes it's not so bad to introduce other colors also, just to break things up a little. But yeah, I think I ended up liking this, although I don't think it's like my best build or whatever, but I think I still ended up liking it. But also I kind of built this a little differently because the layout in my mind of the interior was kind of weird, so I kind of didn't finish the exterior first, which is what I usually do. So I kind of was going back and forth and wanted to make sure that the layout works before finalizing the exterior. But yeah, so you just saw me finish the living room, which I'm actually pretty happy about. And then here I am just breaking things up with this lamp, and I think I ended up adding a column in there somewhere. Just kind of break things up a little because I did this kitchen thing just in there. And then one thing that I've been noticing that I've been doing for the past builds that I've been making is that I don't tend to put dining tables anymore, which I know is not ideal, but Sims can eat anywhere anyway, like as long as there's a chair or something, like they can eat on the couch or even under their bed, so, or even while standing up actually, so it's fine. And there are just a couple of chairs around anyway, so I guess they can just eat there if they wanted to. But yeah, so I did want to put like a second floor because I wanted to add a gym, but I didn't want this to be too big because the yellow generation is a loner, so I kind of wanted the house to reflect that. But the gym was kind of needed because in order to progress in the astronaut career, which I've never tried actually, but yeah, in order to progress in the astronaut career, I just researched this. I think you have to have some sort of fitness. I don't know if you have to max it out, but in any case, there's like a treadmill that I ended up putting upstairs. So yeah, and here I am. I think I moved the stairs a couple of times because I just couldn't find the right layout for it, but I ended up moving it to the side just so there's space for the bathroom. It's a pretty small bathroom, and it's, I don't know, square bathrooms always like get to me. Like I never know how to like lay them out and stuff like that. But yeah, it ended up working out, I guess. But yeah, this one I wanted to put like a door to the outside because that's where the rocket ship is, and I don't want the Sims to kind of go around the front door just to be able to reach the rocket ship. So I kind of added one in the last minute. Also, there are some things in this build that you might see on the screenshots, but you might not see me doing on the build itself, on like the speed build itself, because I forgot to do them. Like for example, I forgot to put like a bin, like an outdoor bin, so I ended up adding that, but didn't get footage of me adding that. And then I also forgot, of course, to put a mailbox, so I added one in after recording the speed build. I was not able to playtest this, but I feel like everything's pretty much functional, I would like to think. So yeah, so here I am just doing the bedroom, and I wanted to put a desk in here, but I don't know, I felt like it was a little bit too cramped, and so I tried putting like a single desk, but then I saw this thing. I don't know if it's actually a desk or if it's like the thing that you control like rocket ships with. I don't know, but either way, I feel like it kind of fits the vibe because this generation is obviously going to be like an astronaut, so I put that there. And then yeah, I put a single bed instead of a double bed because this sim is a loner. And then one thing that I'm kind of kicking myself for forgetting, and I'm actually just honestly remembering this just right now as I'm recording this, is there's no space for a child, which obviously you're gonna need that. So I guess you're gonna have that in yourself, have to add that in yourself. Or maybe you could put the room of the child on the second floor, because there is a second floor, which is kind of empty anyway. There's just a lot of like gym equipment and stuff on there. Or maybe this terrace can be can be turned into a nursery or whatever. But yeah, I guess I forgot about that. I'm gonna make sure to remember that for the next generation. But yeah, so there's no nursery, unfortunately. And then I added in this bonsai. I also, I think, added in some gardening stuff on the outside. I don't know if you actually need that for the career, but at least for the scientist career, you need that. So maybe the sim is also into gardening because their grandparent was into gardening. I don't know. But either way, I added that in. For the second floor, I'm just adding some boxes in because the vibe that I want for this is that it's like an attic that they decided to convert into a gym or something. So I guess that makes sense if you wanted to add like a nursery in here. Like maybe you can convert this whole second floor into like a nursery, and then the gym stuff you can just either get rid of and just go to the gym, or you can put outside or something, or just in the room. But you know, I guess you're just gonna have to figure that out yourself. I'm so sorry, but yeah, for the most part, I think it turned out well. I was struggling a bit with the roofing, as you can see. Like I kind of went back and forth on this one, but I ended up adding like sidings and then these sort of flower boxes on the bottom of each window. Not each window, like some windows I didn't put them, but I found that they actually like help a lot with like filling up the exterior of a space. Also, I keep changing the lighting because the lighting in this lot is just horrible. It's just not it. It's not giving. So I keep changing it. Sometimes I would find that like the evening lighting is the best, or sometimes the morning one, so I keep changing it. But yeah, I also added in this bike. I did not add a car for this build. I don't know why, there's no particular reason, but this is the first of the not so berry houses that I built without a car on it. Again, you can definitely just add that in if you wanted to. There are bikes in debug and life edit mode, I think, so if you wanted to add those in, then I think there's like a yellow car that you can add in. So yeah, and then here I am just adding the planter boxes that I was talking about earlier. And then I was thinking about landscaping and maybe putting like all grass on this, but I went against that and just added in just some greenery around and just kept the sand just so it fits a little bit better in the neighborhood, you know. And one thing that I've been loving is like adding in trees, because I've always been like conscious of putting in trees in builds, because I feel like too much, like, I don't know, I feel like too much trees would kind of ruin the build because you can't really see the house itself. But I ended up liking this vibe because I feel like you don't have to put too much like shrubs or whatever if you have trees. And I was also super conscious of like picking trees that fit the neighborhood, like, you know, like those, like for example, if it's in Oasis Springs, like I wanted to just put like coconut trees or whatever, but I stopped doing that, and I've been so happy ever since, because sometimes they go well together even though they're not the same trees. So, you know, it's just my life is so much better for it. But anyway, we're nearing the end of the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you want to download this house, it's on the gallery. My name is just plumtownie on there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.